Good morning. Doing a little bit of a health update here this morning. Report on some things I've had to have issue with. And tell you a few things I do, such as I start every morning with a glass, it's about half gone now, but I start every morning with a glass of Uco. For you in America, that's coconut milk. Good stuff. Tasty, pleasantly sweet, without being oversweet. But the reason I drink it, it's one of the best things you can do for your kidney. It helps keep the kidney clean and healthy. And God knows in this day and age with all the toxins and the stuff in the atmosphere, we need all the help we can get with our health, don't we? And then I have to report on my weight. You see, 2 years ago when I had my heart attack, I went down from 365 pounds to 245 pounds. Yeah. A loss of 120 pounds. Was looking great. And then this man-created coronavirus hit. And here in the Philippines, for 4.5 months, people 16 and younger and people 65 and older could not leave our houses. Locked down for 4.5 months. I got what we call in America cabin fever. And I went from 245 back up to 285. Now, I've lost about 5 pounds of that, but I've been hovering at 280 now for a long time. So I'm going to get very serious. But you know, Solomon said in Proverbs, I'm sorry, I forget the address right now, but if you can't if you can't control your appetite, you need to put a knife to your throat. Well, spiritually speaking, that's what I've done. For the next 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, I'll be co-hosting on our friend Ivy's Kike channel. But for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be so stringent with myself, and I'm asking for you guys to pray for me to help me be faithful. Because I want to lose in the next 2 weeks 5 to 10 pounds. And then I'm doing barbecue ribs for that night, so I'm going to splurge. But then I will probably go another week or two. But I need to get serious about this. It's causing me lower back problems. You know, when I was down at 245, I started walking. First walk, I could barely make it around the block. And then I got farther and farther until I was walking for 35 to 45 minutes every day. And then the coronavirus, boom, locked down. And now, you know, it's so difficult for me to walk just around the block once or twice. So I got to get this weight off. So, count on you guys to pray with me. Now, another report. You'll notice that the picture here. And the bump on my bone that I got from my fall at the Park Mall a couple weeks back is still hard, except in the middle. What concerns me is that the bone is swollen hard, but then in the middle is soft. But hey, it's all in God's hands. I trust Him. Hallelujah. Yeah, that picture. You can see from my fall a couple weeks ago, everything's healed except for that big knot on my shin. And it concerns me a little bit because it's real hard around the sides and soft in the middle, but it's in God's hands, you know. Hallelujah. And now this next picture of my wound from my brown recluse spider bite 4 years ago. Kind of looks like it's healed as much as ever gonna. It's always going to be a scar there. So if I was a liar, I could claim I got shot in the war or something, but I didn't. I don't have any Purple Heart. But it's kind of ugly scar. Brown recluse are wicked. Well, between clips, something happened to my mic. My mic died, so I'm back on the computer mic, which is not quite as clear, but it's okay. So anyway, yeah, that was my great spider bite. But I want to talk to you a little bit in this segment about natural medicine. You know, when I got out of the hospital, they were trying to limit me to 1.5 liters of water a day. Now, I've been studying herbs and naturopathy since 1980, fall of 1980. And as a rule of thumb in naturopathy, you need 1 ounce of water for every 2 pounds of body weight. Now, as I said a little bit ago, I'm 280. That means I need 140 ounces of water a day to flush this body. I'm not quite getting that amount, but I do keep a water bottle handy all the time. I'm constantly drinking from it. Because we got to keep the toxins and the garbage all flushed out of this body, the heavy metals and everything we get from the atmosphere around us. You know, the earth was pure until the fall of man. When Adam and Eve got kicked out, everything went to pot, as it were. I want to talk about herbs. First of all, when I came here in 2013, for about 10 to 15 years before that, I was experiencing 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a year, or every few months, mini strokes. And I had numbness from the knee down to my foot or my left leg. Circulation was getting bad. And the clots were breaking up, and that's why I got mini strokes. I knew it was a warning of a possible grand stroke coming one day, or a heart attack. This had nothing to do with my heart attack, by the way. That was my little mitral valve was not working right. It was only up to 20 to 25%, and it was cavitating, letting the blood flow back and forth between 2 chambers. So anyway, but that's all good now. But when I got here, I discovered a herbal formula. I won't mention it because I'm not happy with the company that sold it. But the product was great. Within 3 months, the feeling was coming back to my left leg. Circulation was improving. And I've not had a mini stroke now in over 7 years. But since then, I found a product from Swanson. Swanson has a product about veins. It's essential vein formula. And it's got all the same ingredients as this expensive thing, and it's much, much cheaper. 2 months supply is like 600, 700 pesos. From Rosada, I don't know. I haven't found it in stores. But my circulation is great. It's great. But there's a number of things I take. I take a number of things in the morning. Triple Flex is good for the joints. And it's got the glucosamine. Yeah. All 3 of the MSM and the other thing. I can't think of the name of it now, but all the things essential for your joints. This is two tablets. So I take 1 in the morning and 1 at night. And your body does this regeneration, rebuilding 45 minutes to 90 minutes after you fall asleep. On the subject of healing at night, though, I also take a collagen. Every night I take 1 collagen. This you have to take at night. I know some people take it in daytime. If you're taking it in daytime or morning, you're losing its effect. Remember I said the body does its regeneration and rebuilding, especially of joints, between 45 and 90 minutes after you go to sleep, when you get into deep REM sleep. And so you want to take the collagen, especially at night, so it can build the interconnecting tissue, and you won't have to have knee replacements. Now, I have a little lower back problem, but at 80 years old, I have no problems with my knees, no problems with my shoulders, and I had an operation on this shoulder years ago to repair a damaged rotator cuff. But I have no problems with my joints. And this is a big reason why. Every night I take my collagen. Every morning I take vitamin D3. This has all the vitamin Ds in it, but a lot of them you get by a lot cheaper, but it doesn't have D3, and D3 is the most important one. But let me say this. Vitamin is kind of a misnomer. Vitamin D is not a vitamin. It's actually a hormone. And the body generates vitamin D, but it needs a little bit extra kick. And if you're not getting enough sunshine, one, your body won't generate vitamin D, the hormone vitamin D, nor will it properly utilize the vitamin D that you do generate or take externally. And I take fish oil every single morning. Omega-3 fats are really wonderful for the heart. wonderful for the blood. I take a B complex, super B complex. So this way, in this, you get all the vitamin B12 and 6 you need, which is the two most important vitamin Bs. And you get mega doses of them. And I also take vitamin C. Then in the middle of the day, I take male formulas. I take the Korean red ginseng. I take maca root. I take willow bark. I take all the essential things. That's part of why my prostate healed. And I'm going to keep it healthy by taking all these things. So this is just a little bit of supplements that I recommend, especially for men. The male supplements. All of it's good for women too. But you need to think about your body. You need to take good care of it. And like I said, I need to get the weight off. But other than that, the reason I'm so healthy and energetic at 80 years old, natural herbs. Remember, in chapter 3 of Genesis, when God kicked Adam and Eve out of the garden, he said, I give you every herb for your use. Man got away from that. My dear old granny and my great-grandmother, they were big on natural stuff, didn't take medicine. In fact, in 1900, in the U.S. and in Europe, in 1900, over 95% of the medicines used by doctors was natural. Less than 5% was man-made. In the year 2000, over 95% of medicines issued, distributed, and prescribed were man-made and less than 5% natural. And folks, one of the problems that we're having all over the world is man-made medicines. Of course, Big Pharma is pushing. Oh, yeah. And on that, one last thought on this, see. In America, I don't know how it is really here in the Philippines, but in America especially, your doctor will give you free things. You got a problem, he'll say, try these, see if these work. Don't take them. You are Big Pharma's lab rats. Yeah. See, the FDA does not allow a pharmaceutical company to sell an unapproved drug, but they can give them away. So they give them to the doctors, they give them to the patients. Doctors feed back to the Big Pharma, and they take all the statistics and they go to the FDA and get approval if it's safe. If not, they just throw it away. But how many people had really bad results from it? How many people maybe even died from them before Big Pharma decided, well, I won't try to market that one. So if doctors offer you free meds, don't take it. It's probably not good for you. So anyway, thank you so much for watching my Ralph's Counseling Corner today on health. Who knows what it'll be on the next time, but I have a lot of fun with it. So God bless you, and we'll see you the next time. If I can find my mouse, there it is.